Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music. You know that saying your family knows how to push your buttons because they're the ones that installed them? Well, early church music, European Catholic church music, is the source for the emotional melody triggers, those hot buttons in music that are in use today in film and television, everywhere. Today, we're going to look at the Dies Irae melody. You probably know it already. Well, the Dies Irae melody, and I won't keep you waiting, I'll play it for you in a second, is a melody that should be familiar to you. It's from an old style of medieval music called Plainchant. You might have heard of Gregorian chant. It's part of the Catholic Mass, and it's part of this Latin series of sort of verses that are used in the Mass. And it's about Judgment Day. So it has a kind of a feeling of doom and impending doom, and that's how it's used in film music. Here it is. It's generally written in D Dorian minor. And I'm going to scroll this, but it's been used in hundreds, and here's just a few examples of film and theatrical music. So I'm using a combination of brass and choir from Albion Solstice there, and I couldn't resist adding Sound Toys' Little Altar Boy to give myself a fourth above. And that parallel fourth harmonization is typical of plain chant music where everyone was singing the melody, but maybe everyone didn't start on the same note. So here I've given you an opportunity to hear it with a fourth below and a fourth above. It's a pretty thick sound. Of course, this isn't really a harmonization, and it's not very contemporary sounding. It creates a space, but it's a very strong, how to put it, like period piece space. It would be really useful for a period piece. But how can we use this melody with a more contemporary harmonization? Well, I think it wouldn't be too hard. Let's see if we can come up with anything. So here's our melody. Now remember, any one of those melodic tones could be the, let's say, root third or fifth or some triad. And so I want to think of a harmonization that is going to get me outside of this modal world it's living in. Well, my first thought is to harmonize this with B flat minor. That would make the F the fifth. So listen to this beautiful sound. And then I'm going to go to D minor. When you go B flat minor to D minor, that's a chromatic mediant motion, and those two chords really don't live in any key signature together, but it's a very strong and epic sound. B flat minor, D minor. I love that, and it really works well with that Dies Irae melody. B flat minor, D minor. Wow. And you probably have heard that in things before. The next thing that happens is E, C, D, D. Okay, E, C could be C major. Well, and things turn out happily in that version, right? C major, D major. The F is suddenly sharp, but I'm not so sure I want things to turn out happily. So how about A minor to D minor? Okay, we're going to use that, and let's just see what that looks like. B flat minor, D minor, A minor, D minor, Now a different world. Major harmonies. B flat major to F major, C major, D major. It's the same melody, but it has different emotional weight. This melody has been heard in film and television for an awfully long time. It's a signifier melody. It's like pressing a button that says doom and gloom or danger. It's been used to comic effect. It's been used in really, serious things. You hear it in Berlioz's Symphonie Fantastique and then in John Williams' Home Alone for the evil old guy character, right? It's all over Amazing Things. It's in Bernard Herrmann's score for Citizen Kane. And again and again, you actually sort of hear it in some of the Batman movies as well. Being aware of this Dies Irae melody, and there are other plain chant melodies that pop up again and again as sort of emotional or dynamic signifiers for us, is I think part of a composer's job. This is just one. It's worth doing a little more research into it if you're interested. I love taking these old plain chant melodies, these old Gregorian chant melodies, and reharmonizing them like this to give them a more contemporary flair. I could even imagine them with a different orchestration as well. I've kind of front-loaded the emotional reality of this by giving you brass and vocals, but there it is. Well, I hope this has been useful. Like and subscribe and ding the bell. You'll be notified when I do my videos. I'll see you next time.